classes of greatest puzzles. I mean, if I could tell a story that biology is the greatest puzzle because without something to care about the universe in which it lives, this is all completely sterile to begin with. And I can also make a different case for mathematics, which is that physics is but one example of a universe. We don't know if there are other universes that could be constructed.
So biology, I mean, I agree, it's intricate and it can be a pure pursuit, but it's not pure in the sense that so much of the foundations of biology are somewhat arbitrary. Like whether a DNA helix is going to spiral to the left or the right, and what its chemical components are precisely, that might vary. Other planets, other civilizations, biology is going to be different.
You could make a decent argument that systems of selective pressures, as described by Darwin and Wallace, might be conserved even if you didn't have carbon-based life.
There will be convergent evolution, of course.
Sure.
But the details will be slightly different. So if you're studying biology, by the time you get up to something like cells or animals, it's going to be wildly different in different places in the galaxy, all right? Whereas physics is the same everywhere. Okay, it's independent of biology, and it's independent of humanity. And it's I think, and then when you go to mathematics, the pursuit of mathematics, like how things get proved, and how structures get built up through axioms that are then proved, it's a larger playing field than physics. So within that huge arena of possible mathematical structures, okay, we appear to live in one mathematical structure. So, I mean, a physicist only has to focus on the mathematics that describes reality.
And by the way, I share your intuition that in a certain sense, this is the best and most interesting place to play, in part because there's this very weird feature that we've seemingly unearthed about the physical universe, which is that it unexpectedly has this bizarrely good taste about what to care about within. It's as if you let it loose in the mathematical jewelry store, and it selects only the finest pieces.
Yeah, and we have to wonder if that's, is that just our human take on it? Because our human aesthetics have evolved within this beautiful world and universe. So is it that, Douglas Adams described the anthropic principle as a puddle of water, right? Thinking it's like, wow, this hole I'm in is just perfectly formed to my shape, right? Isn't it wonderful how it just fits me so perfectly and it's so comfortable here, just like it was made for me? Well, it's like, no, the puddle got there and filled the shape of the hole. I mean, the water got there and filled that shape. And as humans, we ended up here and we filled this niche, and our aesthetic taste was shaped by what's around us, including the mathematics that underlies the physics of this universe. And so when we look at the universe, you might say, oh no, maybe it's just our tastes evolved within this universe. So this is why we find physics aesthetically pleasing.
Do you actually believe what you're saying right now?
No, I think it's wrong.
I mean, I think this is so cowardly.
I know, I agree, and I have to wonder about it. I have to. I mean, I
understand we have to pay lip service.
No, it's not just lip service. I think about this. I mean, is it really my proclivities have been shaped by my environment in order to think this? Because I have to question everything all the time.
Sure.
Mostly because I don't talk to enough other people, but also it's because when you're questioning things and you're delving with fundamental building blocks, you want to make sure as you build things up that you have things right. And in looking at the fundamental pieces of physics, the fundamental mathematical physics, I really think that the mathematical pieces, as you say, are the ones that are extraordinarily beautiful. And it's not just my aesthetic taste that's been shaped by evolution that causes me to think that. I really think objectively, these are very pretty mathematical objects underlying our physical reality.
Yeah, I think we just lack the courage to say what this appears to be, which is there is something that we do not understand about the universe in which it is selected for the most mysterious, most beautiful stuff with which to write the closest thing we have to source code.